Hi parents, it's me again, and I'm sorry that I'm having to take a video of my screen. I know that's not ideal, but if I take a video from my own account, then it doesn't look the same as the kids. So what I'm showing you now is a video for how to get to Google Classroom and log in to MobyMax. So when you log your child into the GPS portal, this is what it looks like. And you just put in their username and password from their login card. This is where I again access the Buzz app, if right here, the Bumblebee Buzz app, okay? And I can access other things from this screen. But if I look down here, I have quick access to Google Chrome, Google Classroom, Google Drive, and Google Gmail. So to get to our Google Classroom, all I do is I go and click down there on that green rectangle that's Google Classroom. And this is just from their GPS portal. When you log in and it comes up Rapid Identity, you'll see this right at the bottom. Here you can see the student I'm logged in under has my classroom, and they have Mrs. Brooks' classroom, probably from last year. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Mrs. Lloyd's classroom. Now it's going to go ahead and pull up my classroom, and what I want to point out is that there's three things in the classroom. It's kind of like three tabs that you can look at. Here in the middle, you can look at the stream of things that I've been entering and taking away. You can look at classwork, or you can look at people. So I go and I click on classwork to see. That's going to be the easiest place for you to see the resources that I put for your child to use this year. So right away, when you pull up classwork, you see that I have all these resources that are just for you to use. They're just topics of things for you to use. I have MobyMax. This is a great website that kids absolutely love, Teacher Monster to Read. I have a fun activity I put in there, a digital build a monster for fun, if they just want to have fun, and they each have their own little digital monster to build. And I have Class Dojo login. Down here, you can see I'm starting to put in videos. So like here's going to be the YouTube video that we watched to practice counting on today. These are videos that I put in about feelings, and kids can just go in there and look at them whenever they want. I'm going to go ahead today and I'm going to click on MobyMax. When I click on MobyMax, I went ahead and put the directions that your child will follow, and the first one is to click on the link. So they go and they click on the link. This is a special link that I created for our class. So when they click on this link, it's like an easy way to log in where they don't have to use a long password or login code. So it says Mrs. Lloyd's first. They have to find their name. So I'm using a student, her name is Sarah, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find Sarah's name. There it is right there. Make sure you check the last name too, because remember we have two Emmas. So make sure if you're having your child do it that they click on the right name. That's really important. So we find the name Sarah, and I click on that. It says click on 2 pictures and don't forget them. And it's really important that you do this because they're going to click on the same 2 pictures instead of putting a password in every time they log in. So for Sarah, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to click on the bus and then the apple. And I'm going to write that down on the back of Sarah's login card so she never forgets the pictures that she needs to click on in order to log in. So I'm going to write bus, or even draw a picture of a bus, and then apple, and draw a picture of an apple. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click the arrow, and that is how my child logs into MobyMax. Now, MobyMax is my favorite website for kids because what it does is that a lot of the little different subject tiles that you see will have little pre-tests or assessments. And when they do it, it checks to see what they know, and then whatever they know, it builds from that. So it's kind of like a little teacher within the website where it says, oh, well, you already know those words, so I'm not going to have you practice on those more. So here's all of the subjects, and you can see she can go ahead and she can click on math. Whoops, sorry, my lights just went out. And the first thing that it's going to do in math, it says math quick placement. And it's going to go ahead and have her take this little placement test so that as she finishes it and she spends more time in math, it will give her lessons on new content, or maybe some content where she missed a couple questions. She just needed to practice a little bit more. And then it will keep giving her new content so that she's not doing stuff that she's already done. So Sarah would go ahead and she would start on the math placements test. And then if she wants to switch, she doesn't want to do math, she can go up to the house and click on it. And there are different subjects that she can choose to use. Maybe she wants to start with phonics. Maybe she wants to start, language is a challenging one. If you're like, oh, my kids need some more challenging, this pink square language is wonderful. There's all these squares that you can click on that she can do. And when she's done, all she does to log out is she goes to this button over here that looks like a power button in the corner, and she logs out.
Welcome. Please click on your name. You can also search for your first name in the search bar.
Yeah. And then it's ready for her to log in again. You can leave that tab open if you want, or you can close that tab. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew this is how you get to the Google Classroom, to right down here. Teacher Monster to Read is a really fun one. If Sarah's like, oh, I really want to try to go to Teacher Monster to Read and I want to log in, you click on that link. Again, it's my special classroom website, so all you have to do is Sarah has to click in that box and type in her name. And I didn't even put capitals because I don't want them to have to worry about holding the shift key down right now just to get in. So I just type in Sarah's names using the keyboard, the letters, only her first name, and I click play. And oh, I have not put Sarah in yet because she is my pretend student. I am sorry. So I couldn't put Sarah in there. Let's see, did I put a different pretend student in? I don't think I did. So, but you would just go ahead and you would just type in her name and it would come up. I'll have to say that I did for my two Emmas that are the same. Their name that they will type in would be Emma E or Emma G, all lowercase. And then if there's certain kids, and I actually even put this in my classroom, if you look at this tab here, I even added that, like for Wesley, all he has to type in is Wes, W-E-S. Zachary, all he has to type in is Zach, Z-A-C-H. And even Colton, I did it the short way, all he has to type in is Colt, C-O-L-T. So, but everyone else who doesn't usually ask, who doesn't have a friend with the same name in the class or a short way to spell their name, it's just their first name, all lower caps, and they should be able to get in. All right, that is all I'm going to show you today. I tried to keep it as short as I could. If you have questions, please email.